Okay, y'all. Welcome to week 4, day 14. Today is the day we are making our choice between one of two assignments. Today, you are either choosing to take your placement essay or retake your placement essay. Um, some of you had mentioned that you had never taken your placement essay because you were placed into a class you already in, were fine with due to SAT, and some of you said you had planned on retaking your placement essay today because you weren't satisfied with the class you were placed in for writing this fall. So, if you're taking option 1 in our course documents below, you will find the practice and begin drafting placement essay. So you're not submitting it today. You are just going over the process of outlining, drafting, and starting your rough draft, right? So go through that link, go to the placement testing link on the Bloomfield College website. It'll give you all the information there on what you will be writing. It'll break it down for you, and you're going to submit that in full at some point in time tomorrow, right? Tomorrow you will work on the final draft, and once you're done with that, you're going to submit it to Professor Fralix, right? So to be clear, for today, there's nothing, for today and tomorrow, there's nothing you're submitting on the assignments tab, whether you choose 1 or 2. Option 2 is you're going with the Paul option, right? So if you are choosing to not take or retake the placement test, placement essay, then you are choosing to do a creative writing exercise with moi. So that's what we're going to do today. I want you guys to preview the Prezi presentation on the elements of poetry. And once we get a little bit of that foundation of what poetry contains, what it is, I'm going to ask you all to write an I am poem. So it's a poem that talks about you, your identity. We did some of this on our first day with our icebreakers, with our 2 truths and a lie. I wanted to learn who y'all are and who you are not. And now you're going to get the ability to stretch that a little bit further with your creativity, right? So this poem that I'm assigning y'all is free verse. That is the form. Some poems have forms where you have to write them in a specific structure. There's a set amount of lines. There's a set pattern of rhyme. This is free verse, which basically means it's freestyle. You can write it in whatever style, form, rhyme you want, right? It can look like a solid block. It can look like a duck. It can look like just a blob of words, right? But I do want you to try to include some elements from the presentation and some from what we're going to be discussing in our Zoom room today. I want you to try and include imagery, which is anything involving your 5 senses that gives your reader a distinct image. Image doesn't just mean sight, it means sight, smell, sound, touch, feel. You're just looking to recreate that. We'll do some images together in our meeting today. Metaphor and an indirect rhyme, so not a blatant end line rhyme. He went and took the bus. His best friend made a fuss, right? We're not looking to do the super obvious rhymey rhymes, right? I want to push you guys a little bit. And there's no length requirement. It doesn't have to be a 2-page poem. It doesn't have to be a 3-stanza poem. We'll talk about stanzas and stuff like that. But I want you to make the best attempt to say what you need to say, however long that takes. If it does take 3-4 pages because your poem is really strange in form and you have a lot to say, then that's cool. If it only takes you half a page, that's equally necessary, right? Just make sure you're getting across to your audience who you are through the poem, right? Use symbolism, use examples. You can integrate song lyrics, you can integrate quotes, you can use characters to represent yourself, you can use a whole entire, movie as a metaphor, right? Or animal as a piece of personification or symbolism, right? So yeah, this is going to be due before 8 a.m. tomorrow, and for this one you're going to email it to me. I will shoot you an email back with my feedback, and it'll all be tabulated into your Blackboard grades, okay? So I will see y'all in a little bit in the Zoom room, and we're going to take attendance. So whether you're doing assignment 1 or my assignment 2, I still need you all to show up. because that's going to count for your attendance and participation for the day. All right, and then we'll break down further what you're doing. Those who are doing 1, I need you to tell me, because I have to send a list of those who are doing assignment 1 to the director of the Writing Center. And then for those doing 2, you're going to stick around, hang out with me, and do some free writing. All right, y'all. Good luck today. Whichever path you chose, I'm sure you're going to kill it.